decided to take a big Gulf of Mexico dump on Florida. Join us for some Texas death metal. I have always believed the road to excess leads to the palace of wisdom. I got it pinned all the way over here.
Please make your voice be heard.
And I'm leaving society to move out to the country and smoke crystal meth with rednecks.
Maybe you have a differing opinion than us. Maybe we're completely wrong, and you are the one lone person in the world that is right.
That's why you're here tonight. Eventually, me and Dave Jarvis are going to Hollywood.
But guess what? Some of us are actually pretty friendly.
Yeah, but most of us suck.
Fine, upstanding young man. Fine, upstanding young man.
Smoke weed. All right. It's kick-ass to be here tonight. Thank you for blowing your brains out every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Dallas-Fort Worth, music and entertainment. Tonight's a very cool night because we have Texas death metal, legit giants, fucking Prophecy in the house. And it's a night where, you know, everybody's kind of excited about this hurricane in Florida as well, which is the home of death metal in many opinions. All right, so I'm Ricky Warden. Thank you for being here. And to guide us through the chaos, it's none other than the one, the only, the masterful, the marvelous Dave motherfucking Jarvis.
Thank you. Hello, Brainiacs, and welcome to your weekly dose of sour cream, doctors, and falsified documents. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words cause permanent damage. So we're moving all of our jobs to Thailand. All those blowjobs for nothing. That's right, Dave Jarvis is a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. Normally here would be the clickbait, but it's a slow news day, so I'm going to get right to this. All right, gather round, dear viewers, and I want to tell you a tale. A situation involving the CIA and donkey shows. All of it illegal, all of it very erotic. So in 1997, I was a wee lad of 14. My wheelhouse consisted of basically whatever you'd hear at hair salons or during the daylight hours of MTV and VH1. Usher, Will Smith, Oasis, Counting Crows. I think like the heaviest band I'd ever heard at that point was Nirvana. And then one day my neighbor introduced me to And Justice for All, and like a switch flipped. Like, hey, I like this. It makes my johnny tingle. And I was off to the races. I basically became a metal junkie, just trying to get my fix, and I gobbled that shit up like Percocet. So then it was like Korn and Limp Bizkit and Snot and Cold Chamber and Rammstein. It's like every week a new band would come out and just got heavier and heavier. So that by the time 2000 rolled around, I was like balls deep into like heavy shit. And as that was happening, I was dating a girl named Jennifer, and she told me that her brother was the guitarist for this band Prophecy. So I was like, ooh, Prophecy, that's a cool name. She's like, yeah, death metal. I'm like, death metal? That sounds scary. Like even the metal I was listening to, that was scary. But I kept that in the back of my mind, and I saved it for a little bit. And then while all this was going on, Napster came out, and you could actually download songs for free. So I was able to finally hear a lot of the songs that MTV wouldn't play. So you get some Primus, some Machine Head. And one day I sat down, and I was like, Prophecy. I wonder if they've got something. So I downloaded 3 songs, and so the first song that I got was entitled Prophecy, Eclipse. So I turned it on, pressed play, and it was Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart. So here I am expecting to hear the heaviest shit I've ever heard, and the first thing I hear is, turn around every now and then. You motherfucker! But then the second song I downloaded was Digging a Pit, and I was like, holy shit, that blew my fucking mind. And I've been a fan of death metal ever since, and I have this band Prophecy to thank. So thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Digging a Pit was originally written in 1995 by myself, Phil Holland, and Joe Boogie Dunlap.
It's an amazing song and an amazing album. Foretold Foreseen was the album that I heard, and that was the album that pretty much everybody I went to high school heard. And y'all were definitely legends in our close circle of extreme metal fans.
Thank you, David. That one actually our first debut full-length release, Foretold Foreseen. It really put us on the map worldwide. I mean, significantly put us on the map. We were in shock over the popularity of it. Happy surprise, to say the least. You know.
So was it just instant? Like everybody was just like, "Holy shit! Who is this band? We must put them on tour."
Yeah, I mean that same year that we put it out in '98, we did a tour with Divine Empire, which is three members, one member, the old vocals of Malevolent Creation, Jason Blackowitz, Jay, bass vocals, and then Derek Roddy on drums and JP on guitar. And it was only like a week tour, but still we did Michigan International Metal Fest, and it was a great time. We also did the Texas leg of the Dying Fetus and Deeds of Flesh tour that same year as well. Just the Texas shows that they did during that tour.
Yeah, I think Dying Fetus is coming through, or just came through with Black Dahlia Murder.
Right, they're coming through. It's not yet. It hadn't happened yet, but they're coming.
Okay, cool. So,
and actually,
ladies and gentlemen, for those that are,
that's also when we got John and Jason and Eric from Deeds of Flesh, God rest his soul, to do guest vocals on 3 of our songs on that release: Digging a Pit, Feasting on the Flesh, and the song Prophecy.
Badass. And for those uninitiated, the music video for Embolic Regurgitation is out now on YouTube. Be sure to check it out. It is brutal and awesome.
And there's the shirt.
Great shirt. And folks, if y'all are looking for some sweet Prophecy swag, you can go to prophecystore.com. And if you want to see all the awesome Prophecy videos, go to youtube.com/JamesOfProphecy.
Yeah, and actually all of, everything Prophecy you can get from our eStore website, because we have our Spotify on there, the links or the hyperlinks or whatever, and also the YouTube and the Instagram and the Facebook, of course. Yep.
Which I will share in the chats here in just a minute. I'm bringing the website up online as we speak.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So last I checked, y'all played the Texas Death Metal Fest in July at Holcomb Theater. How did that treat you?
That was our last live performance this year so far. And it's always a big family gathering for us. I mean, that's part of the reason why I started it in 2010, just to have a gathering of brothers and sisters of our beloved local scene.
Yeah. So here's a quick scroll through the website. There's the T-shirts that are available there. A lot of news. All the videos.
Our 30-year. Yeah, and that right below that T-shirt is the 30-year anniversary flag, and we do have some of those left. Not many, but we do.
There it is.
So get you some, Brainiacs.
Everything Prophecy right here at prophecystore.com.
That's it, brother. Thank you. That's it.
You're welcome. I'll be sharing the link in the website to make it easy for everybody to find.
There you go. I appreciate that. Yep. Easy access.
So Prophecy is Texas death metal done Prophecy style since 1991. But apparently before that, y'all spent a few years in Louisiana. Is that correct?
Well, actually, that's exactly where I started it in 1991 in Stonewall, Louisiana, which is just a little south of Shreveport, a little small town. And so we were there from 91 until 95. And that's actually where I had met Joe Boogie Dunlap. Boogie is his nickname. Boogie. And yeah, Boogie. And his mama told me he got that nickname because when he was 2, he'd boogie across the floor. But it stuck with him all of his life, But Boogie and he already knew Phil Holland from Interment. at the time, and I was over there in Shreveport, and we had disbanded one of our members, the other guitar player in the band, Mike Wilson, and him and I are still brothers. He's actually the original artist that drew the original logo, Mike Wilson. But he started a new career job with GM, General Motors, and he actually still works for him today.
Wow, how about that?
So we disbanded, and then I meet Boogie, and him being a guitar player, we clicked right off the bat. And he is actually the one who introduced me to death metal. Yes, I had heard the term death metal, but I had never heard any music. So he showed me Cannibal Corpse and Death, and I was hooked. So, yeah, we moved the band over here, him and I, and our families, and he introduced me to Phil, and then we got Craig Sample on the drums, who was also a former Interment drummer, and put out our first release in 1996 in March, a cassette 5-song EP named It Shall Come to Pass. And we physically dubbed those ourselves in my house with one of those old Sony dual cassette decks.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. We had the labels, the original ones were handwritten, and then we had the labels printed to be more, professional looking. Even put a little handmade barcode on the back. Made a joke out of it. But that was
brilliant.
it. That was our start right there.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask, as far as the classification, Prophecy is classified by the Encyclopedia Metallum as brutal death metal. However, I do hear similarities between y'all and bands like Suffocation and Devourment. So I'm wondering, would y'all classify yourselves as like maybe proto-slam or like slam adjacent? Or do you just think of slam as like that one cousin that your mom makes you hang out with every now and then?
Well, okay, so when we became, because when I first started the band in 91, I didn't know what death metal was. So we were basically a thrash speed metal band. We did not turn into a death metal band until my brother Phil Holland joined the band. And he turned us into a death metal band. I mean, it was willingly 100%, but he was definitely the lead influencer of that, transformation. As far as the subgenres of metal, and death metal being one of them, obviously, and then there's many below death metal or above, however you want to look at it. I just call us Texas death metal. Keep it simple,
Good man. We don't need to be labeling each other. We just make good music.
Yeah,
Right.
If you love what you're doing, you almost don't even care, what it's called, And that's kind of like me. I mean, it's pretty obvious that we are death metal, and now being, the ages that I am and Bill, our other guitar player, we're in our 50s. So yeah, we're old school death metal, to say the least.
Fuck yeah.
Now, Colby, our new vocalist, who was with us earlier, but he's not with us now, I don't think. But Colby, oh yeah, okay. Well, you tell your story, brother. There you are.
Hey, Colby, thank you for being here, bro.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
Glad to be here. Yeah,
Fuck
man.
yeah. Texas death metal represent.
All day, every day. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. I'm Colby. I'm one of the young guns, I guess. I'm only 34. But I have been playing extreme metal, death metal for 14 years since I was 20. I live and breathe it, and I've looked up to Prophecy for a long, long time, man. Long time. So when I got the call from James about an opening at vocals, I was elated, to say the least, man. And he said to think about it, and I didn't have to think very long. And then he put me right to work, and you see the result with the Embolic Regurgitation music video, and there's lots of great things coming.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
So
man,
what was What was the initiation process? Did you get hazed, or did you have to wait outside for hours in the rain?
Did they turn your vocals down?
Yeah, man. There were several stories of horror that are not suitable for airplay, man. No, it's been a very positive experience. I have fun. We've played 2 live shows so far, and this music is right in my wheelhouse. I love all kinds of extreme metal and death metal, but like old school death metal like this is my bag. This is what I live and breathe.
Hey, Colby, Dave, real quick. Let's bring the chats into the show here. We got Descent in the chats. They were talking 5 minutes ago about Prophecy was the shit back in the late 90s, early 2Ks when we were just getting started. Do y'all know the guys in this band, Descent? Prophecy was a Dallas death metal band.
Descent, the band name is familiar, but I don't know if I knew anybody in the band specifically. I do vaguely remember the band name.
He remembers Harder Beat Magazine was big at that time, too. Fuck yeah, Harder Beat Magazine and Linda Hall.
Yeah, I was actually one of the writers. I wrote the Hardcore Holocaust column for a little while. Back in 92.
Yeah, that's badass because I know you didn't make any money off of it or anything.
No. I just did it for fun, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was fun. I mean, I got in to see some shows and, hang out with, rock stars and stuff like that. Like, I actually interviewed Sebastian Bach at the old Galaxy Club and got in with the press pass, It was just funny why Linda wanted me to interview Sebastian because it was obviously not death metal, and so I didn't care. It was cool. Never met him before, so I thought it was cool. And he was a cool guy. He was.
Yeah, man. I'd like to go back and read that. All right, so hello, Johnny Yarborough. Good to see you, brother. Glad to have you here.
Hey, Johnny. I was going to say, as far as having fun, and Descent will actually be jamming with y'all on November 7th when y'all play at Haltom.
Okay.
We actually have an announcement to make about that show. Unfortunately, seriously, we are not going to be able to play that show, and I apologize. I apologize to the promoter first and foremost for having to. Let her know this way first. It just happened over the last 48 hours. Our drummer is in Georgia, actually working for an insurance company, doing assessment of damage from the hurricane that just, yes, that's exactly right. And he just told us.
In Florida. Hello to my brother.
Yeah, Dante, that's right. Yeah. He is trying to do his best to help those people in need in Georgia because of that hurricane. Yeah. And he will not be back in time for the show, so that's why we have to cancel. We can't play it.
So
we don't have
to.
That sucks. That's
my
too bad, man.
Goes out to all the good people in Florida. So
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Godspeed, Mr. Dante.
I was just playing a show with one of my other bands in Florida, in Tampa, over the weekend, and I got out of there by the skin of my teeth, man. I left via plane on Monday night.
Really? Wow.
Like, I barely got out of there before they closed everything down, so I'm very
about that. Fucking Florida death metal taking a hard Mexico dump.
Yeah. Yeah, Florida's always been known, the whole, Gulf Coast, honestly, because it goes obviously from, Texas all the way to Florida as far as hurricane damages,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember going through Gilbert.
There's going to be a ton there in Florida after this. There was like a dozen tornadoes in Florida today. Those tornadoes were tearing shit up.
Oh man,
That
been
was
through those too.
before the hurricane even hit. I think the hurricane has officially hit Florida now.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, glad that you made it back safe, Colby. And sorry that the drummer didn't. You should have grabbed him on your way.
Yeah, he's doing a job. He's helping people in need. So, for his insurance company. So it's we totally understand. Work is work, and not to mention his kind of work is a necessity for people in need. So, more power to him. Seriously and sincerely.
Most definitely. Oh yeah. Hey Rick, do you wanna play a little music right quick?
A video.
Sure. They got the new Ebola regurgitation out. That's a pretty sweet video. Or dig in the pit, whichever.
Or thy reach within.
There you go, Bill. Thy reach within.
Yeah. Just play their whole catalog. It's fine.
We'll be here for about 9 hours or more.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I ain't got no place to go.
I know Colby said he's got to go to sleep early because of how early he has to wake up. But I'm free for the 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to
whoever needs to leave. Yeah, whoever needs to leave, you go right ahead. Nothing but love for you.
Yeah, man, I'm actually a high school English teacher, believe it or not, as my day job. So, and we start way too fucking early at 5:30 a.m.
Oh.
I mean, well, we start at 7. Sorry, we start at 7:30 a.m., but I have to get up at 5:30 a.m.
Do you read to the kids like Odorous from Guar?
I wish I could. I wish I could be like the most metal teacher. I mean, I still am the most metal teacher ever. But
yeah.
I wish I could integrate it into my lessons, but no, there's too much control over the curriculum these days. I'm not going to get on my soapbox about that, but I would love to. I would love to teach some Hammer Smashed Face lyrics,
Yeah.
My man.
Rock.
Yes. Classic. Love it.
Let the kids learn anymore.
Nope.
All right, so here's the video, Ebola regurgitation.
Q Bill.
I got used to the feeling of rejection because my writing just wasn't up to par. Then I found Grammarly. And
me neither, Grammarly.
That's funny. It hit home with Kobe.
Oh no, the bane of my existence right there.
The bane of your existence. I hear you, brother.
Excellent video. How long did it take to shoot that?
Man, our manager, Paul, and videographer, shot that video in like maybe 2 hours, maybe 3, something like that. Yeah. He shot it.
Go, Paul.
Man, he's a total pro. He really is. Actually, Paul, to give you a little background on him, I first met Paul in 2007 during our second European tour. His band Cerebral Bore played one of our UK shows. We played 3 shows in the UK during that tour, and that's how I met him. And then he's been just, I mean, growing like exponentially his portfolio. I mean, he's worked with Metallica twice. He did the D. Snyder recent D. Snyder solo release. He shot the video for the single, for the promotional single of that release. And he also shot his promotional photo that you see on the release. Paul's got some heavy connections, and he knows what he's doing. He's very professional, very well connected. So, yeah, more power to Paul.
I like him already.
I hear you. I mean, he's a total metal freak.
I wanted to get into the Prophecy discography. So y'all basically released like a release just about every year from like 96 to like 05. And then y'all took a break for 6 years. Were y'all just trying to find yourselves, take too much acid or something?
Actually, the break was longer than that. What we did release in 05 was the re-release of Foretold Foreseen with a new new cover artwork, and we added a bonus track to that particular re-release. But as far as new music studio release, it was like 11 years. And we did a lot of member changes during that time. We actually did 2 European tours, our first 2 during that time. So it wasn't like we weren't busy, but having to change members is also you have to step back and then redo this, or rewrite or write new songs, whatever the case may be, whatever you can imagine. We did it. And Don't Fucking Mess with Texas came out in digitally at the end of 2011, and the date was 10/28, 2011. And then my small time record label, Prophecy Records, I put it out on CD January 7th, 2012. So our domain was put out 7702, and then 2012. So 10 years. Well, yeah, 10 years.
God, the years go by.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, like I said, we did 2 European tours, our first one and second one, 04, then 07. And then we all came back together, me, Phil, and Boogie. And then we had Hank Thompson on drums again, and he was the drummer on Foretold for Scene. And he tracked drums for us on Don't Fucking Mess with Texas. So from the 1998 debut, Foretold for Scene, we brought back 4 of the members, including myself. The bass player was new. And I actually was the one who tracked all the bass on Don't Fucking Mess with Texas. And it just so happened because the bass player we got, he wasn't ready to track because he was that new, you know. So I tracked all the bass on that one.
How was the European experience? What are their fans like as opposed to American fans?
They come out in droves. I mean, massive amount of people at every show. Doesn't matter if it's a festival or not. They buy 2 of everything that you've got, just because they know you're not going to be coming back anytime soon. You know, I mean, they're just. And I'm not talking bad about anybody in the United States whatsoever. It's just the way that it is, because I know it's the same way here. When European bands or out-of-country bands, regardless of the country they come from, come and tour the United States, we're the same way. We'll buy 2 of everything they got, you know?
Yeah,
so it's understandable.
Back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Cassettes, CDs, banners, posters, shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, socks, whatever it is. They're going to buy it, and we're going to buy it too.
And if anyone out there is in the market for any of these products, remember you can find them at prophecystore.com.
And I have shared that in the link in the comments also. So, hey, thank you, everybody, for being here in the comments tonight. We got Descent again. We don't really know each other personally. They were way bigger than us, so always into Feasting on Flesh.
Feasting on the Flesh.
Graveyard is here. Hell yeah.
I'll give you a little history on that song, Feasting on the Flesh. That was originally written and released by Internment.
Hello, Faye
Phil Holland.
Yeah.
Phil first wrote it when he was with Internment, and they recorded it and released it. So one day at practice, Phil says, "Hey, man, let's do one of my old songs from Internment." And me and Boogie was like, "Okay, what is it?" You know, and he brought it up, Feasting on the Flesh, and showed, you know, me and Boogie what it was on guitar. And then we added, like we called it, we prophesized it, you know, only because we added a riff to it, you know, more of a chunky riff, like a groove chunky, instead of, because the song is like 90 miles an hour originally. And so we put our little narrative on it, so to speak, you know.
All right, there you go. Feasting on the Flesh. Hey, you want to say hi to my brother David real quick? He's over in Florida. What are you doing, David?
Oh, man.
What are you doing? Looks like you got power.
How you doing, David?
He's on the other side of Jacksonville. Can you hear us? I don't guess he can hear us. Oh, well, thanks for being here, David. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on
Godspeed,
the
sir.
other side of Jacksonville. He actually works for FEMA, and he's ready to like go in and, you know, assess damage.
Yep.
So that was cool of him to hop on real quick. Sorry to interrupt you guys. Go ahead.
No, that's okay, of course. And thank you, David, for your work that you do, helping people in need.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's got family, you know, but that's his job, man. And he enjoys it. So he's been doing it for a few years now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. More power to them.
Oh yeah.
The world needs people like you, David, helping others. That's for sure.
Most
Hey,
definitely.
David, check 1, 2.
Body hurts.
Say something. I'll tell you if we can hear you. No, that's why he's logging out. It's because he can't hear. Something's not working. Connection's bad.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, I was going to ask another band from around the same time as y'all back in the 90s that I'm a huge fan of and a lot of my friends are fans of. Was a band Embodiment. They didn't quite like make death metal, but more of like an embryonic version of deathcore. But then they got a new singer and completely changed the sound to like a more radio-friendly new metal vibe, but they kept the same name. Do you think if a band completely changes their style to something not even remotely close, should they change their name as well?
Honestly, that's to each their own and leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be judgmental about that. I mean, if that was, so, you know, if it was we had the same situation, I'm not going to say we would keep the name. Who knows? You know, so I mean, everybody's got a different situation. Everybody's got different priorities. So, you know, who knows?
Yeah, look at Pantera, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of glad they kept the name, even though, you know, the brothers are gone. And honestly, in my opinion, the brothers were the heart of the band. Nothing against Phil and Selma, or Rex. You know, I mean, I've known them guys since '88 when I first met them, and back in the tattoo bar days when, you know, Daryl bought the tattoo bar for his wife Rita as a birthday present. You know, with they releasing it from Johnny next door at the tattoo shop, but it was just really cool, man. I mean, they've all been really cool guys, metalhead brother. And so regarding keeping the name, hey, I don't blame them one bit, you know, not a bit.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him doing it. It's all good.
Yep.
You're always going to have your haters.
On drums. I mean, come on, that's awesome. And Zach on guitar, that's really cool. It is.
Of course. It's got to be good.
Yeah.
Anybody going and expecting the same thing would be the one that's not thinking right. You know, it's not the same. But, you know, hey, I bet it's fucking good.
Yeah.
And I know that, you know, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of younger kids that never got to see Pantera or enjoy that music live are getting to experience it. So, yeah, fuck yeah.
That's right. That's right. So I'm glad that they're doing what they're doing. I mean, our brother Dave, Metal Dave, he's a video guy, local video guy. He's actually on tour with them, and he's doing all the video clips, you know, like the promotional video clips.
Way to go, Metal Dave. I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah.
I watched the Pantera Tour 2.0, Pantera, what do they call it? Anyway, there, you know, that one dude that's Rex's tech, I can't remember his name. I feel bad because I watched hours of the videos, I think. But anyway, he makes videos of them all setting up and all that shit and posted. It's fun to watch. And I've seen that guy Dave come up, so I'll go look for him again. What's his YouTube channel?
I want to say it's Metal Dave. I could be wrong.
I'll check it out.
Well, I know his actual name is David Parada, Parada.
No, Gonzalez. David Gonzalez.
Oh, there's two Metal Daves running around, people.
Well, the only Metal Dave I ever knew has the last name of Gonzalez. Parada is also a videographer, yes, but to my knowledge, he's not on that team, you know, on the tour. I could be wrong, but I know Gonzalez.
He's not.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I get my Davids mixed up sometimes. My apologies.
And my
No problem.
Mics, my Metal Daves and my Metal Mics. And
right. So I was wondering, what is a more heartwarming thing to you? Corpse Grinder getting claw toys for orphans, or Ace Ventura dancing to Cannibal Corpse?
Ace Ventura dancing to Cannibal Corpse.
Classic.
100%. Man. 100%.
Yeah, they Up in Sight in 1994 is basically the peak of popularity of death metal, just because of the Ace Ventura, and also because Morbid Angel was the first, and as far as I know, the only death metal band to be signed to a major label. What do you think of the journey and evolution that death metal has taken, not just in Texas but worldwide?
It's pretty crazy. I mean, because of all the subgenres and of all the mixtures of the subgenres, I mean, it's gone crazy. I mean, it's cool because there's so much variety. So it's nothing that's mundane, you know. Not really a lot of carbon copies like there used to be. And I mean, that's to my knowledge. But as far as what I see, what I hear, there's a lot of variety. And so that's a good thing.
Oh, most definitely.
Yep. And whenever you mentioned Cannibal Corpse on the Ace Ventura Pet Detective movie, I'm sure you know the story like the rest of us, where the producers originally wanted Anthrax, and because Jim Carrey was such a fan of Cannibal, he said, no, it's got to be Cannibal Corpse. So Jim Carrey was the advocate that got Cannibal that spot on the movie.
Hilarious.
That's awesome. And then Chris Barnes.
Right.
Then Chris Barnes quit the band like what, a year or two later. Fuck this! I'm gonna start my own Ace Ventura.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, can we cut to a clip of that?
Well,
yeah, there you go, Bill. Perfect.
I think he's on Cameo now, where you can like basically give him $6 and he'll just talk to you for like 10 minutes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, I've often thought about that for this show. It's like, how much would it cost me to get Chris Barnes on this show for like an hour?
Yeah. Well, if he's charging $10 for 10 minutes, that's not bad. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Damn, that's cheap.
Yeah, it is. It is. Our not to change subject, but we do want to let you know we have a complete new recording ready to be released.
You have a new recording, eh? Do tell.
A new release ready to be released. The title of it is Devastated by Mankind. And we have 3 new music videos already shot. Colby, actually, we had recorded this, or started recording it, back in 2022. And then we had band member changes. So we had Colby go in and re-record his vocals for all of the songs. And then we reshot video segments of Colby replacing Drew, our previous vocalist, so that way it's up to date.
Well, shit, that's awesome. And do we have an ETA on when these releases will be forced upon us?
No ETA, and the reason why is because our press kit has been submitted by our manager to labels as we speak.
He put it on there.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
all right. So then we'll just keep that on the hush hush.
Yeah, it's a sort of an exclusive bit of information for you at this time, and anybody else watching, obviously. But yeah, that's the news, or what's happening inside the Prophecy Camp.
Well, thank you very much for the exclusive. You heard it here, folks.
One other thing too, no one really knows about because we haven't publicly announced it. We are still writing more new songs, and our first new song, which is inclusive of our current members, is titled Walking Through Dust. That's our first new song with our current lineup. And Colby and I are actually in the middle of writing the lyrics right now.
Walking Through Dust. Like it.
It's a cool title.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Well,
fuck yeah.
Thank you. and it's got some old school groove. It really does. That's the best way to describe it in a nutshell. Old school groove, death metal groove. You know.
Do y'all have plans for like a big release?
Oh, well, no, that song, like pretty much every song that we write from here on is going to go on the next release after the one that's waiting to be released now.
Oh, you're going to release a full album. Oh, okay. Gotcha. A lot of people are releasing singles these days.
Yeah, that's true. And it might be a single for a promotional single for the next full-length release. Our upcoming release, Devastated by Mankind, is a 5-track EP. So that's another reason why we knew we needed to start writing more music, because obviously we're going to have some new music after we, get Devastated by Mankind released.
Yeah. Kick-ass news. Thank you for announcing it here. Hey, Dave, we have a special guest. We got Kill in the house.
What's up,
Jared
guys?
from Kill House. Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. How y'all doing?
Ooh. Pretty cool,
Doing
man.
good.
You look like you're in a cool, 80s synth vibe going on. I like that. Well, Kill House is definitely about to be quite busy. I think every third flyer that we have, Kill House is on the show. So, man, mad props to your hard work, man. You're out of the barn and into the fire.
Yeah, it's we told ourselves we weren't going to do anything for a little bit, and then you just start getting calls that you can't turn down. These nationals we're getting on, it's just we're not going to say no to playing in front of a bunch of people.
That's it.
Well, of course not. Yeah. Hey, James, have y'all ever been offered a show that y'all were like, no, we're not going to play that show?
Not really. I can't remember one, honestly. Every show that I can remember that we were offered was too big to turn down, just like he just said. Regardless if we got paid or not, it was so big, we would be an idiot to turn it down. So we didn't.
I love this beautiful metal family that we have here.
Same here. And I know I collectively say that for all of my band of brothers.
Damn right. You do.
I mean, honestly, the last month or so, as many flyers that I see and how many bands are playing, it's really cool to see everybody supporting each other.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
Now, if we can only bring back CDs.
I got them.
Hey man, I'm a CD man till I die. I love collecting CDs. I love having the physical copy. Something special about it,
Whole record.
Yeah.
8-track.
Hey guys, I like Colby. Colby's my boy.
Yeah,
I love compact disc. And I don't care what anybody says. The music that's on the CD, I don't care what band, and it doesn't matter what genre, it cannot compare to any streamed audio. That same song, listened with a good, powerful system. And I didn't, just get told this. No, I found it out the hard way, experiencing it. Because when we first released anything digitally, I had to reduce the kilobyte per second and the bit rate. And I was curious if that made a difference in the sound. So I'm listening to the two, the same song digitally and on CD. And what it does by reducing the kilobyte and the bit rate and the kilobytes per second, it reduces the overall low frequency. So a perfect example is the punch of an 808 or bass drop is not there in digital music like it is on a CD. That's a fact.
Yeah, give me a record any day, man.
Oh, yeah.
I hear you. 100%. It's got its own unique sound, vinyl, completely. Yeah.
We've definitely changed convenience with quality. I mean, it's easy to do all the push button and listen to it, but you know, it good sound takes time.
Yep.
Yeah, where's the artwork, you know? There's no artwork anymore. You have to wait for albums to come out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
I love that.
You feel like you don't hold on to anything anymore. There's no lyric sheets. There's no artwork. There's nothing. You know, it's just digitally in the air.
Nothing tangible.
I love how the music sound technology has changed depending on the style of music and the kind of drugs that audience is on. So, like, if you listen to like disco music, clearly that was made by people on cocaine because the sound of the snare and the lack of a kick drum. Whereas, you know, if you listen to like EDM and those people are on either MDMA or they're on Molly or whatever, the bass is totally there. And then it's the snare that's brought back. So, and you know, like when they started panning, you know, from speaker to speaker, that's when they started, you know, that's when the jam bands were big. So you could pan shit all the way around. And Steely Dan was a thing for like 5 minutes. So it's really cool to see how technology has progressed and the drugs along with it.
And the drugs along with it.
You're not wrong. Not wrong.
Like original Texas thrash.
Yeah. And original Texas death metal. You're right.
That's a lot of meth.
Well, I can't speak
a lot of
from
meth
personal
to make
experience
that.
about that, but I know many that have. Yeah.
Yeah, next prophecy is gonna come out sounding like fucking Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band from Beatles or something, because we're tripping out on LSD 24/7 now.
Beatles.
Well, I can't wait to hear that shit. Oh, fuck yeah.
LSD.
yeah. Act like you're on some LSD, you know, some psychedelic drug, and you're just like,
have y'all taken any new influences in the new music that's going to take prophecy in a different direction?
it's a collective influence. In other words, not just one or two of us, but all of us. And that's really the essence of what has been our transformation, or what I like to call inevitable evolution, over the years through every one of our releases. Because if you look back, you know, if you have the debut full-length release, Foretold Foreseen, and you listen to that release, you get an overall feel of the release, not just individual songs, but the overall feel of the release. Okay, did the same thing with Our Domain in 2002. So 4 years after that, we put out our second full length, Our Domain, and you can definitely feel the difference. And honestly, it was because of the new members that we had. Jeff Hernandez, who is no longer with us, God rest his soul. He was a protege on guitar. I mean, 90 miles an hour, but every note was clear. You know, I'd show him a riff and he'd play it 10 times as fast. And I was like, okay, Jeff, no, not that fast, but, you know, fast, but not that fast. But he was the main influence as far as why those two releases sound different, feel different. So he had a very big influence on me and the whole band collectively. And that's exactly why I said collectively, influence-wise, for each of our releases. So yeah, this next one, you'll hear it, the difference. You'll hear the and feel the inevitable evolution of the band.
Fuck yeah. And fuck yeah.
How long was Jeff with y'all?
Jeff was with us from April of 1999 until the end of 2002, like fall of 2002. So only 3 years. But
so
he lived much, longer than that. He just was out of the band, in 2002.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that story that I was saying, I was seeing that girl Jennifer, Jeff. That was her brother.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just cool, when years and decades go by, and it's like, oh shit, we're all the bands in DFW are connected somehow.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
It's in the blood.
It's like only 1 degree away, you got that game, the 6 degrees or whatever it is, Kevin Bacon. Well, here it's only 1 degree.
Yeah, we all
I love Kevin Bacon.
1 degree of Rick Perry.
Yeah, there you go, Rick Perry. Brother Perry.
Everybody knows and loves Rick Perry of Iron Jump, Gamma Side, War Beast, Puncture, Warlock, Texas.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And
Hey,
Bill.
I need
Bill
to bring up a special guest real quick, everybody. All right,
guys.
For the evening.
That's my song.
You're the only one that got one. I have to play it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Blow your brain.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for letting me crash in your party.
Woo!
Welcome.
We got James Parks here. We've
We
got
got in the house, right?
Jared here.
Dude, that's awesome. Dude, I have to share a story about prophecy if it's cool. If y'all
Oh, fuck
hear it.
yeah. We knew
Absolutely.
you would.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, so, because I got to share my time with you guys. So y'all had this guy. His last name was Scott. I knew his dad, Michael, and then you know who I'm talking about. Well, I tried so hard to get him in the vein, but he was tied to you guys. Damn it! But but I went to go see you guys play with him on his 21st birthday, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and dude, that night it was like a metal fest. So there was all these fucking. I mean, y'all were the headliners, and dude, I'm watching all these bands, and every band has like. Every guitarist has an 8-string or 7-string guitar. Every bassist has a 6-string bass. Double bass drum. And I literally text my fucking guitarist Chris. I go, dude, we might be behind the times. I'm like concerned. But I watched every band and then you guys came on with the Trevor with the most simplest 3-piece kit ever, and half his cymbals are broken or not even there. And then you guys all guitars, 4-string bass, and fucking killed it. And I texted my buddy back. I said, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Because, dude, y'all were fucking as heavy and as mean as any fucking band that night. And I was concerned because I'm seeing all these fucking bands with, just all this fucking bullshit. 8-string guitars. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Am I that so out of touch? And then y'all came on and went, oh, hell no. Because you guys did it right. And I respect the fuck out of that. And I thank you for that. Dude, and that is vain to, our bassist, he plays a 5-string on occasion. Like, slow down, it's okay. You got to get 7-string guitar that I touch on occasion. But, dude, when y'all were on, the clarity and the fucking brutality of what you were playing was just so pronounced. And I'm not kidding, dude. I wish I should have saved that conversation. Hey, we're behind the times. Oh, never mind.
Well, you just did.
Thank you for letting me share that, because that, dude, so I love you guys just for that, because you showed me, dude, play your fucking instrument, play it right, be a badass. Yeah. And that's what you guys are doing. And that's awesome. Yeah. So Trevor Scott, I know he's not with you guys anymore. I love that kid. I know that I remember seeing him play Van Halen going, that's cool.
Man, I cut my teeth on Eddie back in the day trying to play Eddie. I couldn't touch his solos back when I first started. I was only 12, but I was getting his rhythms down.
Right. I mean, I saw y'all back at the Haltom Theater a few months back. I think when y'all and Trevor just had left the band, maybe. Don't get me lying. But I saw your new guy. I went, oh, okay, you're fine.
Yeah. Our current drummer, he is working right now in Georgia. He works for an insurance company doing damage assessment, and so the hurricane that hit Georgia. Yeah, he's there trying to help people with their claims.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just in Kentucky for that Metal Fest. We got rained out on one day when Slayer was playing, so it was a bummer. But it is what it is.
Yeah. And Dante Wilkins joined us this year. So did my brother Colby and Carlos. So Bill and I have, Bill's been in the band for going on 4 years now.
It hadn't been that long. It's been 2.5, pushing 3 now.
Awesome.
Next year will be 4.
Y'all be sure to remember we have Bill Ingerfer here with us tonight. Fucking badass guitar player. Wish we could see you, but we can hear you, bro.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, and I'm not tooting any horns, blowing any smoke. Now he's the truth. He is the real deal.
I think I saw him with Scrap Iron. Bill, who did I see you play with at Diamond Gems? Was it Scrap Iron?
Yeah, I've done a bunch of crap around here. I mean, there's Scrap Iron, Phantom X, and then a couple other weird things going on. But
yeah, you've
been Scrap Iron. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that.
You have done metal good in Dallas, Fort Worth, man. Thank you. I remember you're playing that night and thinking, damn, there's a lot of good fucking guitarists around here.
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I mean, I got to get a chance. I've kind of just been adapting with Prophecy over the last few years. Like James is saying here, as we're moving into doing some new recording, I'll get a chance to kind of bleed into that too. So that'll be cool.
Well, and here's another little exclusive bit of information regarding Brother Bill. He actually came up with a riff that I want to use for our second new song as the intro riff. It's heavy. I love it. When he first played it at a practice, I was like, hey, that's the beginning of the next song.
Right, yeah, because sometimes you just know, right? Sometimes you just know. Well, that's what that's going to be.
Yep. Me and Dante already started writing on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Dante's come in and taken a huge workload on, done an awesome job with everything too. I mean, everybody. I mean, Colby, obviously everybody.
Yeah.
That's right. Dante's gonna be. He's gonna explode onto the worldwide metal scene as one of the best death metal drummers. Yeah, people just don't know yet. They will know. He's that good.
They will. Yeah, he's that good. That's right. He is. I mean, he's also with several other bands local here, like one of Colby's bands. Colby's in like 50 bands.
Yeah, I'm a fucking whore. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's like my other guitarist. He's like, I allow him to be in 50 other bands because he's that good. I don't want to me, but he's been paid.
Damn good in Iron Man. That is for sure. He plays Tony Iommi very, very well.
He makes Tony. I think Tony might be a little. Just saying, just little.
It's pretty good if you guys get a chance to see Iron Man.
Dude, I mean, every member besides myself in Prophecy is in other bands.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth. It's fact.
Because I'm the same way. I'm the only one that's in my own band.
Well, and honestly, for me, I've been asked to, do cover bands like Metallica cover band because I could sing and play Hetfield all day long. That's what I cut my teeth on back in the 80s when Master first came out. Ride the Lightning, Master Puppets, those two, my favorites by far. But I've always, said to myself, if I'm in two bands and I'm serving two masters, and then so therefore I'm half-assing both,
right?
In my mind. I'm staying focused.
Yeah. Someone's got to fucking, and I agree with you 100%, bro.
Hold it down.
And I'm gonna until they kick me out of the band, and it'll be a tribute band. But for now, I'm safe. I think. I don't know. It can change tomorrow. But I'm with you. I got my focus on what I'm doing in vain, and I don't know how these guys play in other bands. Truth be told.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're holding it down. It takes like an anchor, the driving force, and that's what you two guys are of these two bands.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Brother Colby. Yes.
Someone's got to do it. Damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't help it, man. I'm addicted, man. I have a problem.
Well, I mean, they're different animals. They're different animals, you know. If you got a cover thing, maybe you're trying to make money, or you're just doing it for ha-has or something. But you might have, you know, you always got to have your main focus. What's your
oh yeah,
what's your you know? Yeah, I mean, that's how I see prophecy. I mean,
You made a great point though, Bill. Like you just said, and I'm not going to try to quote you, but you said how, you know, cover bands make money, and you're right.
Well, I mean, you know, like I mean, back almost 20 years ago now, when I was doing Xenobite stuff, and there weren't a ton of bands doing original stuff around here. You know, we were making some money and having a lot of fun. You know, a couple of three nights a week or something. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that cover band Incognito, and them boys were making some serious money back in the day, and maybe still. I'm not sure, but I know that they were one of the best. You know.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't write at all, you know what I mean? But I mean, I always wanted to stick with like my original projects back in the day, but you know, they fell apart because of different people, and then you wind up joining something else that's bigger, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Gotta have things.
We play cover, and every time we do a show, we do one or two covers, and we started getting good responses from one of our covers, and I realized that I used to do this stupid little bit in the middle of the song, and nobody knew what song I was playing. I went, how does no one know this Metallica song we're playing? Yeah, we changed the key, we sped up a little bit, but dude, come on, this is like 101 introduction to metal. But no one really knew it. And this is what so we just released ours. There you go, boom, there it is. We just released it 3 weeks ago, and people are like, dude, that's got. So I literally have people going, that's got a cool Metallica vibe. I'm like, really? Really cool Metallica. Permission from Metallica, their label, to record this song, so we can sell it under our name, which is, you know, we're not the first band to release a cover. Well, it's actually pretty more common than it is than it's not. You know, first time I learned that one of my favorite artists did a cover, I was like, what? It's not theirs? You know?
Yeah, man.
You know?
They try to bridge that gap, you know, for other people that don't really know your music, and they're like, oh yeah, I love this fucking tune, and that's like, oh, who are these guys? Oh, they got cool shit too, you know. I mean,
exactly.
Playing that game kind of sucks, man. But I don't know. I think the longer you've been in music, at least for me, the more open I am to persuasion of different things. You know, like I used to be like, oh man, you can't compromise anything, man. You're compromising your artistic abilities and all that, and then like, you know, 2-3 decades of, you know, playing go by, and you're like, you know what, I'm happy playing. I'm happy, you know, the crowds. You want bigger crowds and all, but.
Dude, yeah, no, you're exactly 100% right, dude. I was the same way. I'm like, why would I want to play anyone else's bullshit? Play my bullshit.
Or them telling you what to do, you know? You know, like, you know.
We do some Lamb of God, we do some Metallica, we do some Kill Switch, we do some, you know, and you throw it in there, and that's the fans will recognize the song, hopefully, or if they don't, but they know it. They don't know they know it, and I always feel it gets them back in. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And talking about covers, we have actually off and on for decades been talking about doing a cover, you know, re-recording one of our, you know, a cover from one of our main influences, and it's a tie between my brother John of Fetus and my brother Terrence of Sopho. So one of those two bands, you know. And the whole reason why we haven't done it yet, honestly, is because we can't decide which band or which song.
Right.
Yeah, 30 years later.
Oh, well, because they got so many good songs. You know, Suffocation is they're masters of this craft. So is Dying Fetus, and so is Cannibal Corpse. There's so many bands that are literally masters at this craft. And you know, when we have a variable plethora of influences, that makes it more difficult to narrow it down to one or two. You know, that's true.
You know, it is. And we you know, the reason we even did this song recently is because it was just one of that we just started doing and we throw it out there, you know, every other show or whatever, and getting good responses. It's a song we loved, and we just, you know, you just changed it up a little bit. I mean, if you know Metallica, I think you know the song, but I'm more surprised at how many people don't know that's a Metallica song, honestly, and that's cool too. I mean, we did a Slayer mash of like 4 different Slayer songs. Did not do one guitar lead, just do like, you know, because Slayer has all the little pauses, right?
Right.
Every time they did a pause, we changed Slayer songs. We got off stage and people like, dude, that lead of Slayer was badass. I'm like, they filled in the gaps with O'Brien, which is awesome. And that's what you want. You know, you want to captivate them. You want them to take them somewhere else. And if you can do that way, more power to you. You know?
Exactly. We've got a mashup of our own songs. Like we did 4 songs in a mashup only one time, but it was fun. I ain't gonna lie, it was fun.
Sure. I mean, dude,
you have to have that many good songs.
Dude, I can't wait to have that problem. You know?
All right, y'all. I gotta hop off here. Thanks for having me. Thanks for supporting Prophecy.
Bro, always.
Thank you, Colby.
Thank you for teaching our youth proper English.
Yeah, use your commas, damn it.
Here's the comments. They make a change.
Later, brother Colby.
See you.
Okay, hope to see you around.
There, Colby.
So I was just thinking, James, if you have too many covers, you could always do like Slayer and do like an Undisputed Attitude type of album.
We thought about that too. You remember when Dying Fetus put out History Repeats?
Yes.
John asked me if he could, they could re-record and release the song Prophecy. And I kicked myself because I told him, no, we were about to do it. And we actually did it, and it's on Foreseen Scriptures. But, yeah, I told him, no, we're going to do it.
Well, there's always next year.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought it was cool. I mean, it made me feel good that he even asked me, of course, John and I go back to 97. I was friends with Kevin, Talley, before he joined Fetus, and they played one of my shows together, different bands, Fetus and in Kevin's band. And it was a show that I had put together in West Fort Worth, and that's how they met, and the history, the rest of it after that.
Cool. They got married last spring?
Yeah. Well, Kevin is still in Austin, as far as I can, as I know. And then, of course, Fetus and the boys are still in Maryland,
I'm wondering, in your travels, have you seen any of the newer artists, like new kids, young kids, bearing the torch of death metal?
Yes. Most recently at my TXDM Fest, there were several new bands that we had never even heard of. One from California that Colby actually played a show with in one of his other bands when they did a tour, from California to Texas earlier this year. So they, Colby already knew of the band and the guys, but I'd never heard them. And so they were new to me. And man, I don't know why, but their names escape me at this very second. But 3 bands that I had never heard of, and all of the band members were probably late teens, early 20s, and they're definitely carrying the torch.
Good, yeah, I gotta keep it rolling.
Yeah, they were good.
Are they doing anything different? Are they updating the sound, or bringing in samples, or introducing trap beats or something?
Yeah.
What I remembered from those specific 3 bands that I can't remember the name of right now. Actually, one of them, Endless Decay.
All right.
If I remember correctly, yeah, Endless Decay. Anyway, what they did overall, what I remembered is the fact that they were powerful. They were good at what they did, but it was powerful. It was heavy. And they were not playing, 20-string instruments. So it's more of an old school feel. Yeah.
Good. They got to learn. All right. So, with these new releases, do you all plan on going on tour or heading back over to Europe anytime soon?
Sí, mi hermano. In Espanol, yes, my brother. We have
that's muy bueno.
right.
Does that mean South America or?
No, actually, South America has not been seriously considered yet, but that doesn't mean it never will be. What we're talking about now, what we're looking at now, is the first tour of the year being in February, and it'll be Northeast United States, 2 weeks max. Our manager Paul is the one that's putting that together, and then very possibly another U.S. tour, which will probably more than likely be on the West Coast. Our most recent tour, we supported our brothers Defeated Sanity, January of 2023, and that was only a 2-week tour. We did 15 shows, and the package did 14. And we also were part of the package with our brothers Malignancy and new brothers from Ireland, Stranglewire. If you've not heard of Stranglewire, you need to check them out. They are badass. They're really good at what they do. And they got that old school feel, but with a different flair.
Love it.
Stranglewire, looking it up now.
Yeah, Stranglewire. Spelt normal. Strangle.
Searching for it on Facebook. Okay.
They're good.
Yeah.
And they're brothers.
I spell fuck with phonetics. I can't spell, so.
But to answer your question, like I said, the first tour we're looking at now is in February, U.S. East Coast, 2 weeks max. Definitely Europe in 25. We'll know more as things develop regarding the labels.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Stranglewire. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't find them on Facebook. Okay, maybe it's because I had it all one word.
No.
Check out YouTube.
No, it's cool. It's Prophecy.
I just found them on Google.
There you go. They put out some tours like regarding that tour that us 4 bands, Defeated Sanity, the headliner, Malignancy, the main support, us, Prophecy, the second main support, and Stranglewire, the third main support. Stranglewire put out like 4 or 5 video diaries of the tour, so it's very cool. Like the editing and the shots, everything. It's very cool. Basically profiling the tour. I can't see the whole
Stranglewire. Let me scroll down.
Let me see if I can zoom in.
Belfast.
Yeah, that's them. Yep, that's them.
I thought I recognized it. Okay.
Check out the video. There's a video. Man, if I could see the name of it. It's a badass song. And our manager, Paul, shot the video, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a great video and a great song. If I could remember the name of it, I could tell you.
On their Facebook page or look it up on Google?
It's an older
song. Just scanning through all these flyers, I just got to say, thank you for making the Prophecy logo readable. We really appreciate that.
Thank you for appreciating that, because it's a ton of band logos that, Terrence and I, we feel the same way. Terrence said the same thing that you just said about our logo. Thank you for making Prophecy logo legible. And that's simply because, we're old school. We didn't come around later. We were here earlier. So it wasn't really an option. We obviously wanted to make our name legible so people could remember who we're called, what our name is,
Wow, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Every now and then something makes sense around here. We like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a lot of fun with the bands, though. We actually have a song that we play and a game we play called Name That Death Metal Band. So it's all good.
That's cool. That's cool.
All right. Does this look familiar? Is that them?
Yes. That's their logo. Yep.
All right,
Yep.
so
That's
the Strangle Wire YouTube channel right there. I'll copy this
there you go.
address and share it in the chats there.
That is our Irish brothers, and they are badass. They're a 4-piece, and they know what they're doing. Yep.
Well, while I've got everybody's eyes on YouTube, I've also got the Prophecy YouTube channel pulled up here.
Cool, cool.
So let's look at it real quick. And listen to a song while we're here. How's that sound?
Cool.
Fucking A.
Take your pick. We got like 150 videos.
Well, the most recent ones here are the one we just listened to. Is there an official video or just a actual recording we should listen to?
Oh, well, there's like all kinds of different videos in there. There's production music videos. There's tour videos. I actually made a memorial for both Joe Boogie Dunlap and Jeff Hernandez memorial videos honoring them as our brothers and members of the band. There's all kinds of different various videos on them.
Here's a pull getter. Thank you. See that there?
Oh, pole getter. Oh, Corey. I love Corey.
Yeah, Davern. Yeah.
Foreseen scripture stuff here. Studio promo.
And see that one with the yellow poster?
Yeah.
That's from 1998.
Wow.
Dang.
All right, so a lot of cool videos to check out over here, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Hey, James, I was wondering, what is the overall message of Prophecy?
Well, it really depends on the ear of the beholder or the eye of the beholder. But for me personally, when I started the band, it was I had the idea for the conceptual design of the logo. And fact of the matter is, it came to me while reading the King James Holy Bible, specifically Book of Revelations. Okay, so the reason why I was reading the Bible, because I had just escaped death. I was 20 years old, working a job approximately 2 hours away from home, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, driving 4 hours total. So 16 hours a day, I was working and driving.
Right.
And I only lasted a week at that schedule. On a Saturday morning, approximately 5:30 a.m., pitch black, driving through southwest Arkansas, going up to Ashdown, Arkansas, to a Georgia Pacific paper mill where I worked for a industrial contractor named Brown and Root, owned by Halliburton. I fell asleep at the wheel and actually saw what I was going to hit, like I was seeing it in a dream. So I don't remember actual impact. I was driving a 1978 Monte Carlo, and you know those cars were just, they're all steel except for the honeycomb grill on the front. Well, I hit 4 concrete columns coming up out of the ground. And from the damage of the car, the police estimated my speed between 90 and 95 miles an hour. My head hit the windshield, and I knocked the entire windshield out of the car approximately 40 feet into the woods. This was a 2-lane highway surrounded by pine trees, 300 or 400 feet tall on both sides, in the middle of the nowhere, basically.
Wow.
My knees hit the dash. This was before the seatbelt law, so I was not wearing a seatbelt. The only reason I didn't fly out of the car because I had the steering wheel all the way down, tilted all the way forward. So the steering wheel kept me from going out of the car, and I had a steering wheel bruise, from my chest to my stomach, the size of the steering wheel. My knees hit the dash, like I said, got cut up and bloody. I broke all 4 motor mounts of that engine and moved the engine and transmission back approximately 8 inches. they had to use what they called the jaws of life to get me out.
Yeah.
Basically cut the car apart to remove me. Okay, so I don't remember actual impact. I do remember getting woken up after impact by an old man who heard the crash nearby where he lived or whatever. He's shaking my arm. I had the window rolled down, holding my head out the window, trying to stay awake. And he's shaking my arm, and he woke me up. I don't remember getting out of the car, but my next memory is me sitting on the ambulance floor with my feet on the ground, leaning up on the ambulance floor, and 4 cops in front of me, along with 3 or 4 EMTs, cut sort of a half circle.
Wow.
And one of the police officers were asking me my name, phone number, and address. And they asked me the same 3 questions 3 times. I later found out the reason why is to make sure I was still coherent. I then fell into a coma for 3 days. And then I woke up with my mom and my dad standing beside my bed. After I got out of the hospital, I went back to work in 10 days. And or actually, it was less than that, 7 days after the accident. But that's why I started reading the Bible. I thought, okay, there's no way that I'm not dead because God didn't save me. That was almighty, period. Everybody else would have been liquid. I mean, I should have been liquid, but it wasn't. I have no scars from that. I had no broken bones from that.
Wow.
Exactly. So I started reading the book of Revelations, and that's where I discovered the word prophecy. So in my mind, I formed the band, and we were coming up with a name, and we decided on prophecy. And then I had the conceptual design idea. If you look at the logo, you'll see a hand holding what is supposed to depict, and in the grip shot right there, my head is in front of what we have as the earth and the hand. On that poster to the left of that grip shot of ours, you'll be able to see the actual earth and hand at the bottom of the logo, dead center.
Okay, I see
no
it.
pun intended. Okay, at the top of that hand, which is the left side of the H, is fire. Okay, so in the book of Revelations, God tells us he will destroy the earth by fire and brimstone. Second time. That's exactly where I got the conceptual design idea for the logo.
Cool.
Works for me. I've always thought it looked awesome.
I am a Christian, yes, but the band has never really been meant to be a Christian band of any genre. But at the same time, I'll do my best, as a Christian, to be a good man and spread his words of love. Because that's exactly what my mission is. I put myself on a mission after that to do my best to spread his words of love.
Well, we thank you for that, James Parks. We sure do. And thank you for sharing the message of metal love.
Metal love, yes.
Metal, that's right.
Yeah, man.
I love metal, so that's what I'm going to play.
We love it.
That's what I'm going to write. That's what I'm going to record.
So
that's what I'm going to play.
I'm so glad you're able to tell your tale with us, man. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I can't express how fortunate that I have been, how blessed I have been to have the many different members that I've had in the band since day one. And I've had over 50 members in the band. And I can't remember every name, but actually during an audio thank you list, we recorded. My brother Chris Pravelis from the band Internal Bleeding first gave me this idea just by accident because I'm listening to their audio thank you list that was a hidden track at the end of their last song on one of the releases. I thought, man, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
But I got to give credit where it's due. That's where I got the idea from. So we've been doing that with every one of our releases. We'll have a hidden thanks track or not. Something like one of the releases, we actually title it Thanks, and don't fucking mess with Texas. That's where we name off every single member that we had in the band since day one.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome,
and that was
man.
2011.
That's really cool.
Yep. We've had one girl in the band, and the rest are guys,
Hey, as long as the message gets across, that's all that counts, right?
I didn't know that I was on the show. I thought I was backstage.
Okay, in case y'all didn't know, joining us earlier, we have Renee from Hedonistic Punk Vatos. We have Jim Wright of Gibson Cemetery. And
Brother Jim.
Adeline. And then we have Scott.
Oh, you let him on? God damn it.
The beastliness of Warhog.
Love that man.
What's up, y'all?
What's up,
Hey,
Scott?
it's good to have you. How are you?
I'm all right.
Been talking to James Parks here of Prophecy for a good hour and a half or so. So it's been a good time.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, James, I have one more question for you, and then I'll stop annoying you. But I just want to know, how do you want yourself and how do you want Prophecy to be remembered?
Just a man trying to do his best to be the best I can with my brothers.
Good shit.
You're doing a fantastic job, Thane.
Damn right.
Thank you very much for sharing your amazing music and your amazing story with us, man. We can't thank you enough.
Thank you for having me and my brothers on your show. Thank you for your support individually and collectively. 100%. It's 100% heartfelt. I feel it. And thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
dude.
Good meeting you, Jay.
I wish I could put it into words how much Prophecy has meant to me over the years. But I will just say, anybody out there that's looking for some amazing swag, especially with this upcoming Christmas season, please go to prophecystore.com. And while you're at it, go to James of Prophecy on YouTube and check out all the amazing music videos, live performances of legends, the legends, Prophecy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like I've always said, I'm not going to stop until they throw the dirt on me.
Love it. Song title right there.
Yep. I mean, each of us as musicians, and all of us can attest to this. It is our passion, and that's why we still do it, and we'll never stop doing it.
And you do it well, man. You represent Texas death metal, and you're an excellent guitar player. And so,
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, damn right. Thank you.
I'm hoping Brother Bill can make me better.
He's an excellent guitar player.
He's amazing. He is. He's in my opinion, he's up there with the top 3 minimum in the United States.
Yeah.
Minimum. He's that fast. He's that clear. Clean. So he reminds me of a collective guitarists. Eddie Van Halen, Marty Friedman, and probably Jason, because Marty and Jason are so similar. But Bill Ingfer, because he's got his own style,
That's fucking
Raise
pretty
the roof for
kick-ass.
Bill.
And tells everybody, or gives everybody good reasons to go out and see Prophecy, because it's not just death metal. It is death metal. Damn it, proudly Texas death metal. But these fuckers play amazing guitar.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. We try.
Oh yeah.
We definitely.
Well, you definitely succeed. And by the way, I just noticed we have a panel full of really quiet people. I know none of y'all are quiet people. What the fuck are y'all doing?
Have you met me?
We're letting the man talk.
Let the
man talk. We like to hear what he has to say. He's a great
Something to
musician.
say on the way out?
I want my special guest intro. It just snuck me in there. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in there already.
What's up, Metal Mike?
Yeah.
With Vane music, no less.
What up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? Sorry it took me so long. I'm project heavy, so I'm always like, I can't stop. Oh fuck, podcast. So, here I am. What up, y'all? Man, I can't believe y'all aren't playing the fucking show, man. Oh shit.
We don't have a choice, and like I said earlier, we didn't find this out until the last 48 hours or less. Our drummer Dante, who works for an insurance company doing damage assessment for the hurricane that just hit Georgia, is in Georgia and will not be back in time for the show.
How many songs y'all playing? Maybe I can get my drummer to learn y'all songs.
Well, we got 8.
Speaking of fast, he's like, slow the fuck down, motherfucker.
We've got 8, in the set, and they're not necessarily easy, but they weren't meant to be easy. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah.
They were supposed to be intricate. Yeah.
Hey, as Deicide said, blame it on God, damn hurricane. That fucking sucks, man.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, everything happens for a reason.
Y'all at least coming out to watch the rest of the bands, right? Y'all gonna come out, sign autographs and shit, like be rock stars?
Well, we're not rock stars, but I understand what you're saying. I actually believe Colby will be there.
Cool.
I know
all right, James Parks. Well, you're a rock star guitar hero to us. Thanks for being here. You want to kick off our weekly concert calendar with us?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, get your asses out and have some fucking fun.
Yeah.
Where's our concert calendar girl? Where's Ariel?
That's quite the song.
Oh yeah, we snuck another special guest in here, everybody. It's a brick wall. Whoa,
sneaky motherfuckers! Ariel, what have you done with your face? I mean, I like your hair.
Mike's on mute.
Was she up late last night? Didn't get any sleep? It happens.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Hi guys, isn't this dope? I've got my husband Jeff here with me. It's his birthday today. He's 40. I don't think he looks a day over 60. Isn't it great that I was able to make it?
It absolutely is.
I want to diet plan.
You've definitely looked better.
Oh, what's that? Oh, yes, I know it's your birthday. Later. So I'm really glad I just have a minute. I wanted to pop in real quick. Sorry. I just have a moment. Wanted to let you know our very good friends Eddie Lee and Chris Mitchell from Iron Man are about to celebrate a very special anniversary. Here in a couple of weeks, it will mark the 25th anniversary of the first show they played together. And so we are going to have a very special evening on Tuesday, October 29th, and we would love for all of you to join us. We're going to meet up at a Mexican restaurant out here in Garland called Del Rancho. We're going to bring out a PA and some instruments. We're going to do a kind of an unplugged evening, mostly unplugged. It might get a little heavy at some point. We would love for everybody to come join us, socialize, celebrate the day with us, and play some music if you like. It's going to be kind of like the Drunken Slugfest we did a month or so ago, but just completely disorganized. So we just would, they Iron Man would absolutely love for you to all come, and it's going to be a kid-friendly event. So bring the kids. Bring them here in protection, but bring the kids.
Okay, where's that? What date?
It's October 29th, which is a Tuesday night. I know that's a weeknight, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, but come out for a couple hours or something, or for an hour. Come have some tacos and hang out a little bit. It's a place called Del Rancho Mexican Grill, and it's at Centerville and 1st Street in Garland.
I used to live over there.
So, pretty cool place. We played there. It's just a nice little Mexican restaurant. We actually played a show there about 7 8 years ago. We played there just as a place to play. We showed up and played, and they were real nice, and they were happy to have us back. So
Cool.
Well,
it's down the road from Scooters.
Thank you for being here with us.
Oh yeah, it's great seeing everybody. This is a dope panel.
Well, before you leave us, we should honor you.
Honor or offer?
That's facts.
I love it. Ariel, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Hey, I've got to go because I've got we had barbecue for Jeff's birthday, and so I've got to start early in the morning cleaning everyone's teeth.
Right.
So, but y'all have a great evening. It's been a great show, and really hope to see all of y'all on Tuesday the 29th out in Garland. Thank you so much. We'll see y'all soon.
Hell yeah.
Well, Ariel's looking a little rough, but she's still cute.
Yeah, I'm a little bit jealous. I'm like, fucking one up me, goddammit. Grab a crazy ass weird shit. That's all right.
Good shit right there.
I'm gonna let him have that one. Pissing razor.
Good.
This is going to be a kick-ass show this weekend.
I hope.